Hello everyone, myself Santosh Bodke. This is our second lecture on mechanical properties and elastic constant. In previous lecture we have covered the types of loading and brief description of each type of load. Then some important mechanical properties of material such as elasticity, plasticity, brittleness, ductility, malleability, fatigue, creep, toughness, hardness, strength, factor of safety, one-dimensional stress system, then two-dimensional stress system, longitudinal strain, linear strain, and this and Hooke's law. So in this slide we will see this Poisson's ratio. The ratio of lateral strain to the longitudinal strain is a constant for a given material when material is stressed within the elastic limit. This ratio is called as Poisson's ratio. It is denoted by Greek letter mu, or it is also denoted by 1 by m. So Poisson's ratio mu is equal to lateral strain divided by longitudinal strain. It has no unit as it is a ratio of same quantity. Mathematically, 1 by m or mu is equal to EL divided by E. EL is a notation for lateral strain and small e it is a notation for longitudinal or linear strain. As lateral strain is opposite in sign to the longitudinal strain, hence algebraically lateral strain is equal to minus mu multiplied by longitudinal strain. So in this previous slide we have seen this is the direction of force, and as the length of this specimen increases, this is a lateral dimension, this lateral dimension decreases. So if axial length increases, lateral dimension decreases. That's why lateral strain is opposite sign in longitudinal strain. The value of mu varies from 0.0 to 0.5 for most of the materials. Material like rubber have value of 0.5. For steel, it is approx 0.3. In this slide, we will see the relationship between the stress and strain for two-dimensional stress system. Suppose one block, let sigma 1 is a stress, normal stress along the direction x, this is the direction x, and sigma 2 is a normal stress along direction y, this is direction y. Small ex is a total strain along direction x. Small ey is equal to total strain along the direction of y, and capital E is Young's modulus for this material. Now we will calculate the strains along x and y direction due to the effect of sigma 1 and sigma 2. So first, strain along x axis due to the effect of this sigma 1. As x direction is a linear direction for this sigma 1, so linear strain is equal to stress divided by Young's modulus. We know that E is equal to stress divided by strain. So strain is equal to stress divided by Young's modulus. So this is a sigma 1 divided by E. This is a linear strain due to the effect of stress sigma. Now second, strain along y direction due to the effect of this sigma 1 stress. So y direction is lateral direction for this sigma 1. So lateral strain is equal to minus mu multiplied by linear strain. In previous here we have seen lateral strain is equal to minus mu multiplied by linear strain. So same applies here. Lateral strain is equal to minus mu multiplied by linear strain. This linear strain sigma 1 divided by E. Now this force is over. Now for sigma 2, the strain along y direction due to the stress sigma 2. Now direction y is a linear direction for this sigma 2. Therefore linear strain is equal to stress in that direction divided by this Young's modulus. So this is a linear strain. Strain along x direction due to the sigma 2. Now for this sigma 2, x direction is a lateral direction. So lateral strain is equal to strain in strain in y direction multiplied by minus mu. So lateral strain is equal to minus mu multiplied by this linear strain in y direction. So here total strain along x direction is, there are two strain, this one linear strain and this one lateral strain. So total strain is algebraic addition of these two strain, that is sigma 1 divided by E plus mu sigma 2 divided by E. So this is a total strain along direction of x. Similarly, in y direction there are two strain, this lateral strain and this is a linear strain. So sigma 2 divided by E, this minus sign, minus mu sigma 1 divided by E. In this slide, we will understand the relationship between the stress and strain in three-dimensional stress system. Suppose one solid block, 3 load applied here, sigma 1, sigma 2 and sigma 3 are the stresses due to this load. Let sigma 1, it is a normal stress along direction x, sigma 2, it is a normal stress along direction of y, and sigma 3 is a normal stress along direction z. Let small ex is total strain along x direction, small ey total strain along y direction, and small ez total strain along z direction. And capital E is equal to Young's modulus. So we will calculate all the strains. So first, strain along x direction. Strain along x direction due to the effect of this sigma 1. X direction is linear direction for this sigma 1. So linear strain can be calculated stress divided by Young's modulus. So sigma 1 divided by E. Next, strain along x direction. Strain along x direction due to the effect of this sigma 2. Now this x direction is a lateral direction for this sigma 2. So the lateral strain can be calculated as minus mu multiplied by linear strain along this direction. So minus mu multiplied by linear direction in this direction, sigma 2 divided by E. Similarly, strain along x direction due to distress sigma 3. The x direction is lateral direction for this sigma 3. So lateral strain is equal to minus mu multiplied by linear strain in this direction. So linear strain in this direction is sigma 3 divided by E. So lateral strain along x direction due to sigma 3 is minus mu sigma 3 divided by E. Now the total strain along x direction is algebraic sum of these three strains. So this linear strain sigma 1 divided by E, this second one minus mu sigma 2 divided by E, and minus mu sigma 3 divided by E. This is a total strain along direction x. Similarly, Ez, the total strain along z direction is sigma 3 divided by E minus mu sigma 1 divided by E minus mu sigma 2 divided by E. And similarly, total strain along y direction is sigma 2 divided by E minus mu sigma 3 divided by E minus mu sigma 1 divided by E. In this slide, we will understand volumetric strain. The ratio of change in volume to the original volume of body is called as volumetric strain. So mathematically, EV, volumetric strain, is denoted by small ev. EV is equal to del V divided by V. Del V is change in volume and V is original volume. So it is a ratio of change in volume to the original volume. Let Ex, Ey and Ez are the strain in x, y and z direction respectively. In previous slide, we have formulated the values of sigma x, sigma y and sigma z for three-dimensional stress system. So volumetric strain, it is the addition of sigma Ex, Ey and Ez, means strain in x direction, strain in y direction and strain in z direction. So we will put the values of Ex, Ey, Ez from previous slide. This is a value of Ex, this is a value of Ey, and this value indicate Ez. So in this term, we will find out common terms. This in yellow color, minus mu sigma y divided by E and minus mu sigma y divided by E. These two are common. Similarly, in this red, mu sigma z divided by E and mu sigma z divided by E. These two are common. Similarly, this in green colors, minus mu sigma x divided by E minus mu sigma x divided by E. Now we will equate all the terms. This sigma x divided by E, sigma z divided by E and sigma z divided by E. And this yellow color term, these two here, and this green color, mu sigma x divided by E and mu sigma x divided by E, and this red term, mu sigma z divided by E and mu sigma z divided by E. Now in this term, minus 2 mu is common, minus 2 mu. So we will take this outside the bracket. So minus 2 mu in bracket sigma x divided by E plus sigma y divided by E plus sigma Z divided by E. Now in this term is common, this term. So we will take this outside the bracket. So final equation become sigma x divided by E plus sigma y divided by E plus sigma z divided by E in bracket 1 minus 2 mu. Now we will equate this denominator. So final equation become EV is equal to sigma x plus sigma y plus sigma z divided by E 1 minus 2 mu. This is a very important formula for solving problem based upon a three-dimensional stress system. So please remember this formula. Next, volumetric strain for one-dimensional stress system. In previous slide, we have seen this formula EV, volumetric strain is equal to sigma x plus sigma y plus sigma z divided by E 1 minus 2 mu. In one-dimensional stress system, the forces are acting along only one direction. So we can consider sigma z and sigma y and sigma z as a 0. So this equation become EV is equal to sigma divided by E 1 minus 2 mu. So this is also very important formula. EV is equal to E bracket 1 minus 2 mu. Sigma divided by E means this is a linear strain. Next, bulk modulus. When body is subjected to a mutually perpendicular like and equal direct stresses, the ratio of direct stress to corresponding volumetric strain is found to be constant for a given material when a deformation within certain limit. This ratio is known as bulk modulus and usually denoted by K. So mathematically, capital K is equal to direct stress divided by volumetric strain is equal to sigma divided by delta V del V divided by V. Now unit for bulk modulus. As a stress unit is Newton per mm square and strain doesn't have unit. So bulk modulus having unit Newton per mm square. Now relation between Young's modulus, modulus of rigidity and bulk modulus. Capital E is Young's modulus, capital K is bulk modulus, mu is Poisson's ratio and capital G is modulus of rigidity. So first relation between modulus of rigidity and bulk modulus is equal to 3K 1 minus 2 mu. This is the first relation. And second relation between Young's modulus and modulus of rigidity is E is equal to 2G in bracket 1 plus mu. So these two formulas are very important for solving the problem. So please remember these two formulas. In this slide, we will revise some important formulas. First formula is sigma is equal to P divided by A. Sigma is stress, P is load and A is cross-sectional area. And unit of stress or sigma is Newton per mm square. Next formula is Young's modulus is equal to stress divided by strain. And the unit for Young's modulus is same Newton per mm square. Next formula del L. Del L means change in length. PL divided by AE. P is applied load, L is length of specimen, A is cross-sectional area and E is a Young's modulus. So change in length, unit is mm. Next, small e, it is a linear strain. Linear strain is equal to del L divided by L. Del L means change in length divided by original length. Strain doesn't have any unit, no unit, as it is a ratio of same quantity. Next, EL. EL means lateral strain. So del H divided by H is equal to del B divided by B. It is also doesn't have any unit. Next, Poisson's ratio. 1 divided by M or mu is equal to EL divided by E, where EL is a lateral strain and E is a linear strain. And this is also having no unit. Next formula, volumetric strain. Sigma x plus sigma y plus sigma z, this is sigma z divided by E, 1 minus 2 mu. This is for three-dimensional stress system. And this is also having no unit. Next formula is Young's modulus is equal to 3 times bulk modulus in bracket 1 minus 2 mu. Next formula is equal to 2g 1 plus mu. These two formulas are very important. Next, volumetric strain is equal to linear strain in bracket 1 minus 2 mu. This is for one dimensional stress system. It is also doesn't have any unit, no unit. Next formula, bulk modulus, K is equal to direct stress divided by volumetric strain. As a stress having unit Newton per mm square, any value, and this volumetric strain doesn't have any unit, so unit for bulk modulus is Newton per mm square. Now we will solve first problem. For certain material, modulus of elasticity is 169 megapascal. If Poisson's ratio is 0.32, calculate the values of modulus of rigidity and bulk modulus. This question is from winter 19 paper. This was for 4 marks. So first of all, we will find out given data. They have given modulus of elasticity is 169 megapascal. So capital E is equal to 169 megapascal. Mega means 10 raised to 6. So 169 into 10 raised to 6 Pascal. 1 Pascal is equal to 1 Newton per meter square. Generally, we measure modulus of elasticity into Newton per mm square. So we will convert this into mm. So this become 1 Newton per 10 raised to 6 mm square. So 1 Pascal is equal to 10 raised to minus 6 Newton per mm square. So it become is equal to 169 Newton per mm square. This minus 10 raised to minus 6 and 10 raised to plus 6 get cancelled. So 169 Newton per mm square. Poisson's ratio 0.32. Then G, modulus of rigidity. We have to find out this modulus of rigidity. Then bulk modulus. We know that relation between Young's modulus and modulus of rigidity is equal to 2g 1 plus mu. So 169 is equal to 2 multiplied by g in bracket 1 plus 0.32 So modulus of rigidity 169 divided by 2 multiplied by 1.32, so G become 2.64 Newton per mm square. Also we know the relation between Young's modulus and bulk modulus is equal to 3k 1 minus 2 mu. So 169 is equal to 3k 1 minus 2 multiplied by mu value 0.32. So k is equal to, this term goes downwards, so 169 3 multiplied by 1 minus 0.64, so k is 159.44 Newton per mm square. So here this problem ends.